and you said, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I want to ask you something. And you said to me, I've been thinking about, I'd like to go to the prison and meet with Kevin. And
Kevin is the man who killed Nikki.
And I said to you, well, I don't think you're crazy because I've been wanting to do this for a good number of years. And I said, but when Dad was alive, I wouldn't dare tell him because he would have had me committed. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, we made a plan. That's what we wanted to do. And so I got in touch with the assistant DA, and I know there are programs around the country where families go and speak to the person that was involved in the crime. And so Peter, who was the assistant DA, he called some people and referred them to me, and I got in touch with them, and it was a man and a woman. They ran the program, and anyway, it was probably like a 1.5 year process, mm-hmm. because they had to talk with both of us. I went to New York to meet with them. We did a conference call because you couldn't be here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there were a number of things we had to do before they would agree to let us go. Including talking to him. Right. Well, I was going to say that. Oh, sorry. I'm stealing your thunder. Yeah. So then they went to see him and told him we wanted to see him. And he agreed right away. So we went up there on your birthday weekend, close to it. That's right. Memorial Day. Yeah. And when we got there, before we went through the gate, we both said, I'm not nervous. And you said you weren't nervous at all. I felt as calm as could be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so we got in there, and we were in a room waiting for him, and he came in, and the first thing I thought of was he could be one of yours or Eddie's friends. Mm. I didn't look at him as a murderer. Mm-hmm. And I think we were in there for over an hour, maybe 2, I don't know. But, it was a long time. Yeah. It was the most amazing thing I've done for myself. It took a weight off of me. We both forgave him. He cried. I think he was very sorry. I think he was remorseful. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We know how it felt. It just hard to explain it to everybody. Mm-hmm. But people have asked me, how could you do that? And how would I expect God to forgive me for things if I can't forgive somebody else for things? Mm. But the other big thing that has helped, we all get angry with people and we don't want to forgive them for simple things. Mm-hmm. And it has changed me on that level. If I can forgive a murderer, I can forgive anybody. Mm. Mm. It was a very freeing feeling. Did you even realize you had that weight on you, like before it was released? No. Mm. It almost became a part of your life at that point, up to that point. And I never hated him. Mm. I just hate what he did to Nikki. Mm-hmm. And I told him that when we were there. Yep. And I think that's what happened with Dad. he couldn't forgive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't forgive, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, it's like that quote that says, not forgiving is, like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die from it.
Right.
Yeah. Oof. Well, let me do this because we're at like 50 minutes, so I want to
just like a psychologist.
I know, right? This is on the hour. This is my psychological hour.
I'm glad I'm not paying.
Right. You're welcome.
Don't send me a bill.
Trust me. Because you're going to send it right back with all the things I owe you. No, I'm just playing.
A lot of IOUs.
A lot. Oh, gosh.
You make me laugh. That's a big part of the healing.
So one last question. Any resources that you think might be helpful for people, like a book or a website or something that you found helpful?
I did read a couple of books, and I can't tell you the names.
Okay.
But Parents of Murdered Children, you can go on the internet and look them up. They're based in Ohio. There's a phone number they'll give you. You can always call them. They will send you any information you want, list of books. Or in most city areas, there is a group of somebody that has had loss like murder. It might not be Parents of Murdered Children. But
yep. But Google whatever it is that you may have lost your loved one to.
Right.
And
you could just go to POMC. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you forget what the letters mean.
And I'll put all this like in the notes and stuff too. So
yeah. So that to me that would be the best resource because you get lots of information from them.
Mm. Awesome.
I think the loss of a child is the worst loss for any parent.
Absolutely, and that's why, and that's the reason why I wanted to have you on, because, I wanted to have you as an example of somebody who has taken action, literally, like you didn't just sit on the sidelines and say, I gotta give up, I'm gonna give up, or I don't know what to do, or even in those times when you didn't know what to do, you still did something, and even if you didn't even know where it was leading you, whether it was talking to your priest or going to a therapist or talking to friends or joining these groups, there was always some action you took. And here we are 26 years later. And it doesn't mean, like you said, that everything is closed and, you forget or anything. I like to think of it as we learn how to integrate the loss into our lives as we are now. Right, and even if I could
included in it,
right, and even if I could rename my first book "The Overcoming Loss," I don't know. Part of me thinks maybe I should have said, which is why I wanted to name this "Powerfully Working Through Loss," because we don't necessarily ever overcome it. It's just how do we work through it and integrate it into who we are.
Right.
Yep. Gosh, I could talk to you for hours, but I could do that offline. So
you can do it if you'd come home and visit.
See, I knew the guilt trip would cut. See, y'all just heard it here first. That good old Catholic guilt trip. Woo, you don't miss a beat. Look. All right, well, what?
I love my son.
You do, and I love my mama. So thank you, Mom, so much for being a part of this. I know this will be helpful for so many people, especially during the holidays, but in any time, whether it's a loss of a child or just a loved one in general. So thank you so much. I love you. Love you guys. I hope you got some wonderful value from this. I know I did. And you had one more thing to say?
One more thing. I think if someone wanted to talk to me, they could find me on Facebook.
Oh, okay. What's your Facebook?
Karen Silas.
I mean, I have like 3 Facebook profiles for you. So
I don't know.
But it's,
you know me in electronics.
So, I know, y'all. This is actually a miracle that we even connected through Zoom. So yeah, this is a new day. But yeah, so she just put it out there. If you want to connect with her, find her on Facebook. Karen Silas, KarenSilas, and I'll put it in the notes as well. And
it's me with there's a picture of you and Eddie with me.
Okay, so she's with 2 black men.
That's how I like it.
And on that note, all right, peace, love, and light, y'all. This is Dr. Damon signing off. All right, bye.